So here we are, Palafox Pier. You can see our marinas right there. Pensacola has a long history. So there's a couple of cool things here. The circle. Everybody comes down to the end here. Oh no, he's got a bird on his head. It's kind of cool. This is like a fountain, but it hasn't been turned on since we've been here. That's the port of Pensacola. The Lunas, which we tried to eat at, but they've been out of our pork spring rolls we've been trying to get, so we finally gave up. But they have ice cream and hamburgers. And then over there's the pier, so maybe we'll walk on the pier. Alright, so this is the actual pier that we're walking on now. If you can see, there's a ferry or towboat pulling a barge with all kinds of bridge parts on it. And that's because they're working on the bridge between Pensacola and Gulf Breeze over there. And we heard that that's what causes a huge wake in our marina. At times. It happens a couple of times a day. And I guess this is kind of an interesting boat. They do sails. So they go out, usually for sunset sails. Really, you can, I don't know, probably won't tell in the picture, but it is a little swelly out here right now. There's a pelican. Marina's actually kind of empty right now. A lot of people, this is Memorial Day weekend, so a lot of people on their boats staying out overnight. I can't even imagine the boat traffic out there. It had to be insane. We've been staying close to the house and not going boating. Plus it's been really, well, it's been really windy, but I think today is a lot less windy. But as you can see, here's our marina. It's pretty cool. We've had a really good time here. It's the fuel dock. This is a massive boat here. And then there is the stadium. And this boat's gone out a few times. We had a really nice time at the stadium. Unfortunately, there's no baseball. They had a replay on the TV one day, but not really much else. They did do some mascot races. That was fun. There you can see the barge better. Chuck said they're making a reef out at the end. It's going to be huge with all the old barge parts. Somebody fishing. Hi. the big drum. He just cruises along. Chuck said he eats the oysters. Oh, there's a couple little fish behind him. Interesting. Alright, so this is the ferry terminal. It's a really nice building. And then there are 2 ferries. I think one's already gone. We saw people waiting in line earlier. And then you'll see that's the Port of Pensacola back there again. But this thing, we've seen quite a few people on it, but I guess they're only at 50% capacity right now. But it's kind of cool. Alright, I love this little building here. It has like the hitching posts for the horses from the old days. Probably not original, but it's still kind of cool. And then there's this nice little courtyard up here that we've taken Hefe to this little courtyard a lot. It's got like an old cannon, gazebo, beautiful flowers, really nice, pretty. Pensacola's a really pretty town. And then we have this old building over here that, probably not that old, but it's really cool. I like it. I think the penthouse is the guy who owns the marina. It's like super awesome. And this is some kind of event center. They have a huge yard next to them where they do parties, but they've been closed since we've been here. You can see a little bit through there how there's still boats all the way along that canal. From our marina, it goes all the way up along the canal to like another marina and some big houses over there. And then this is cool. This is the New World Inn. It's supposed to be really old-timey rooms. And the building looks super cool. Let's see. And the restaurant is Scopolo's. It's indoor seating, bar, outdoor seating. Pretty fountain. They're always playing music too. It's very cool. Alright, so there is the Ruby Slipper. This place is insanely crazy, but it's a breakfast place. Chuck and I haven't made it there yet, but it's on our list for this week because this is the start of our last week for food. So we're doing a foodie tour, hitting all the restaurants that we haven't been able to make it to yet. And I guess this area here is under construction. It used to be like a food truck area that people parked at. And apparently, we're not sure what they're building, but they've been working on it the whole time that we've been here. And this on the corner is Bodacious. They have a beautiful courtyard. They also have a brew and through building down there. So totally a separate restaurant, but I think it's the same food. But Bodacious is very cool. 2 stories, and they have a rooftop deck. And this is Palafox, the main drag into, the main drag into downtown Pensacola. And it looks like they've got some of the street blocked off. So maybe they're gonna block it off again. They did it once for one day to let everybody have more room to walk in the street and tables to be put on the sidewalks for dining. So I guess they're gonna close it down again. It's kind of cool. Those little metal things just come out of the ground and then they put them back down. So it's kind of cool that they can do that pretty easily, looks like. Alright, so this is Carmen's. We ate there one day. They had some tables out. I don't see them out now, but very, very good food. And then we have Bubba's Sweet Spot. Lots of delicious candy and sweets there. We're gonna hit them back up before we leave. Nom Sushi. We didn't have time to hit there, so the food looks good, but we haven't made it. And then this is Jackson's Steakhouse. They had tables out here yesterday, but they must have taken them in for the night. And here's a cool park. They had some music here, jazz music that was really good one day, but we went to dinner and then we came back to listen and they'd already stopped playing. But maybe tomorrow they'll come back for the holiday. But it's a very cool park. Alright, so there in the green is O'Reilly's. That's the Irish pub that's on the main strip, but they didn't seem to have a ton of Irish food, but maybe because of the pandemic, I don't know. But the main Irish place here is McGuire's, and that's a little bit farther away. But McGuire's is more famous. They have one here, and they have one either Destin or Panama City. I'm not sure which one. But this is like a courthouse of some sort here on the corner. They have a big clock, which is really neat outside. And then there's an art gallery inside that Chuck and I walked through yesterday. And it was pretty interesting. You can see the road's closed down at that end as well. Today, for today only. So no traffic. Alright, so like I said, this is the courthouse. I left these pelicans, the Pensacola pelicans. I have my picture made with that one. Really cool. You can see downtown. This is the rest of Palafox, just the main drag. And I'll show you more pelicans later. Here is Four Seasons, which is our favorite. Southern cooking. It's really good for Southern cooking. And they don't have real plates yet. You have to eat off of the styrofoam. And then we've got Graffiti Pizza. We ate there one day. We're going to get more pizza to take with us on the go. It's New York style pizza. There's their little takeout window there. And then next to them is World of Beer. This is all the same owner. They've got a cool patio over there. And then they've got all that outdoor area with umbrellas. We had a drink at Wob yesterday and sat under the umbrellas. But you can see the old buildings in Pensacola are just really cool. Lots of beautiful landscaping. It's a really nice revitalized downtown. These starts the retail shops here until we get into more restaurants. And then here we've got Taco Agave, which is again the same ownership as World of Beer, and Graffiti Pizza. And I think they may have one more place down here that they own, so it's kind of cool. And it's just beautiful to walk down here. The retail shops, especially this store here, it was really packed yesterday. There's a brewery. Unfortunately, every time we try to get something from there, they don't have any IPAs. Their IPA went bad this year. And they only have sour ciders. And I don't like sour ciders. This is a cool movie theater. Of course, we haven't gone, but I guess it can't be open. But it looks like a neat place. I'd love to go inside, see what it looks like. But here we go, just more downtown Pensacola. Oh, there's the post office. We got a P.O. box here for the 2 or 3 months. And they've been really nice. They're like super nice in there, helping us get everything straightened out, get our mail. The door's locked after certain hours, so you have to get the key code to put in and get inside. And it's like a freezer in there. They keep it way too cold. Here's the Tin Cow. We haven't eaten here either, but a lot of people seem to really like this place. It's more like a burger place we first got here, they were selling groceries to people. It's not like, I guess not a ton of grocery stores down here, so that's kind of nice. And all right, so this is Cons. We didn't get to eat here either, but it looked like it would have some interesting food. Moonflower Salon, that was super expensive, so I didn't get my hair done. The Dog House Deli, they have one of these over on Pensacola Beach too, and we've been to that one, or I have. Across the street we have V. Paul's, which is an Italian, and the Global Grill, which is where we went last night. And food was really good. It's a tapas, more famous for tapas. They also own Urban Swinery, which is right down there. And that we're gonna hit up, I think, on Friday. And then Cactus Cantina, which we really loved. We're going back here on Sunday with, yeah, so I think that's gonna be good. It was really awesome the first night. Wine bar. All right, so we're close to the very end, but I want to show you the pelicans, the Pensacola pelicans. There's a lot at this corner down here. Bosco. I don't know what that is. Oh, it's a coffee shop. That's why I don't know what that is. I don't drink coffee. And Chuck likes cold coffee, so he just makes it on the boat. Closing the street off again here, but you can see, or you may not can because it's so far away. Maybe Chuck can zoom in on it. More of the Pensacola Pelicans. We got the U.S. Air Force, the U.S. Coast Guard, and the U.S. Marine Corps. And then there's the News Journal over there. But you can see this is like some traffic, but really cool. All the buildings are really cool and fixed up. This is another intersection. Over there is Perfect Plain Brewing Company. Chuck and I had a drink there yesterday or the day before. I think it's Friday. It has a really, really huge place, outdoor patio, outdoor garden. Again, there's a park down here. Pensacola is just a really cool place. So we're gonna head over to Seville Quarter, which is where Chuck and I met a long time ago. All right, so this is the Jefferson Street mural. Very cool. The Blue Angels are headquartered out of the base here. I guess it's a Navy base, Air Base. No, it's a Navy base. And they have an awesome naval museum here. But we didn't get to go to it because, of course, it's closed. But we've gone there before, but we just didn't get to spend as much time. We were hoping to go back this time and really enjoy it, but another time. But this mural is very cool. All right, so this is another corner in Pensacola. Angelina's is an Italian restaurant, but I don't know what that is on the corner there, but it looks like a restaurant. It looks interesting. Figure out what that is. I'm not sure what this is. It's a guy, bronze statue out here. And this is a huge, huge apartment complex. Really pretty. But just another part of Pensacola. What's that on the corner? What's that place? Oh, a Mediterranean pub. That's what Chuck said. Interesting. More of that apartment building. Alright, so there's the other side of the park we were at, and on Palafox. We're kind of like a block over now. And some really cool murals on the buildings. I missed one on the other side. And this is Seville Quarter. Chuck and I first met, we went on a date here. And I really wanted to come back here, but we don't think that they're open. But we're gonna try later on this week to see if we can come by. If maybe now they're open, but mostly it's a bar. But it's just a really awesome place. And there are like 5 different areas inside, from what I remember. Those gas lanterns are just so cool. I like they got like an old fire truck there. So here you go. Seville Quarter. They own that Jackson Steakhouse, I think, that we saw earlier. And they also own the District Steakhouse. Oh, so maybe I'm wrong, but you can see it's like very, very cool. Pensacola is just awesome. And that's the bridge way down at the very end of this street. You can see people going across from Pensacola to Gulf Breeze and back. So here's another park, a little pedal pub over there. Obviously you can't social distance, so it's not there, but this is like a super cool little park. Never seen anybody in it, but a lot of artwork. They've got the artwork all lit up at night, I guess. Very cool. And oh, this is a really awesome street here. It says, "Welcome to Historic Pensacola." And this whole street, it's got a museum. This is the Museum of Industry. This is cool railroad car outside. And this whole little street. These are all kind of like museum houses. And some of them have like little phones where you pick up the phone and you hit the button and then it tells you all about what the building or the history is. We ride our bikes through here on the way to Whataburger, which we're going to today for our last trip, but we're super excited. And we're starving already. We still got like an hour to wait. These old buildings. Cottages. Oh, there's the Appleyard Storytelling Cottage. They're one of the ones with the key. Oh, and then this is Pensacola Bay Brewing. Chuck was able to stop and get some drinks, but they aren't open where you could go in. At least not before. I don't know if that's still the case or not, but yeah. They said their beer was really good. They do have little tables out here. I don't remember seeing those before. That's kind of cool for outdoor seating. So maybe they are more open. We have a growler. We gotta see if we can refill it. I just washed it this morning. I like this. Like they put bathrooms up out here for people. So they must be more open. There's another cool park. Oh, and this is a really neat church. I like this church. Somebody was videotaping the other day outside the church, like doing a sermon in front of the church. Alright, and across from the park we were just looking at is Lucy's. And this is a really cool place. They're famous for their grilled cheese. And we had one grilled cheese sweet and one savory and split it. It was way too much to eat. So I'm glad we split it. But this is the first day we got here in Pensacola, and we're walking around and everybody's got takeout. And a lot of the workers who had takeout in styrofoam boxes, and they were all coming from Lucy's, and the line was like down the sidewalk. But you'd see people getting all their takeout and going to the parks to eat, and it was kind of cool because after a trip up here we couldn't find a single thing open, so it was nice to see things that were open. But all right, that's probably the end of our tour for now. All right, so here's the Pensacola Museum of Art, and there's another cool building right here on the corner. I don't remember the name of it, but Chuck said that when he was in architecture school, one summer he was home working. He built a model, like the whole summer that was his job, is to build a model for the architecture company of what this building was going to look like. So it's kind of cool that he did the model and it's been renovated and it's all done. You can see it in person. Here's the Holiday Inn Express, and some people have been there throughout all of this, and it looks like a pretty cool place. Alright, so here's the other side of Scopolos and the New World Inn. Looks a lot better from this angle. Alright, and here is the entrance to Palafox Pier. And this is the marina where we're at. And in a second, I'll show you the doghouse. It's gated, so we have to put the code in. This is the Airbnb that's for rent as a boathouse. Been pretty vacant because it hasn't been open with the pandemic, but it's open now. And then here is the doghouse. Back home.